a replacement, so may have had to put a little bit of ballast in to bring the car up to the weight it should be. There's yesterday's winner from race 14, ahead of Noel Bradley. As they come along the straight, and he's already ahead with the fingers. They come alongside him at any rate. They were overlapping as they crossed the line at the end of lap 1.9. 100 to the second between them. Got Woody ahead as they turn into British corner now. 8th to first in a lap. That's not a bad effort, is it? And him and Paul Cook are a couple of seconds ahead of anybody else. Michael Pencerville, there's another 2-second gap. Back to Hugh Gurney, Noel Bradley 5th. Jason West, he's one that's been losing places. He's down to 6th. Mike Eustace is up to 7th. That's been a good start, I think, from him. So Mike Eustace up to 7th. Mike Cutt is in 8th. Kaz Singh is 9th, and Jazz Sapp for 10th. Wayne Crowhurst, he's lost a number of positions. He's 3rd in the championship, but he's down in 15th, so he's really struggled, hasn't he, on the opening lap? Certainly has. So there is the car of Bradley, 5th at the end of lap 1, chasing after Hugh Gurney, yesterday's Road Sports winner, as they turn their way through the left-hand at Agostini, the hairpin. Jason West, it is just behind Bradley in the number 18 car. Mike Eustace, Mike Cutt, 7th and 8th, a little bit further back. So Paul Cook in the M2 class car in 2nd place. The next to them is Wayne Lewis, who's 11th. So within his class, Paul Cook was 15 seconds ahead of anybody else after one lap. Yeah, just saw a glimpse of Wayne Lewis in the background there, didn't we? There is the Hugh Gurney car then, so with Noel Bradley right behind him. So this is the battle for 4th and 5th position, just coming through Williams onto the sunlit Bentley Straight now. As the blue skies, well, not quite blue skies ahead, but at least the sun trying to break through. There though is Stephen Scotton Woody, our race leader. 2nd place Paul Cook, 3rd place Michael Pencerville. I think it's Pencerville second still on this lap by the looks of it. Then got Burnley, Bradley, and then goes to Westley, that's the 7th car. And a little bit further back, that's Paul Travers, who's had some support on the Twitter comments. Yeah, that's right on that tank lap, and then coming out of Williams, power down. So the riding is today, and the fact that a state at 335i, 7 at David Williams amongst the two. Further back that he would like to head class of Colton Millers, and he is the Cup Cars leader ahead of Clive Watson, but the race leaders have been across the line, and Stephen Scott Dunwoody is some 3 seconds ahead now. Best lap 2 minutes 25. We're slower than we were in qualifying at the moment. Yeah, but I think the conditions will improve as this race goes on. There's the 18 car of Jason West then in 6th position at the moment, and Eustace just behind him, turning their way through Palmer now. The cars in this race a bit close to the apex that we've seen in some of the earlier races, so whether that's an indication of a different driving style or the changing conditions, not quite sure. Yeah, it could be now, could be. And of course, these much more powerful cars than we saw, and heavier cars than we've seen in previous races. Big look up there from Noel Brad. You can see visibly from the Alpha Live streaming pictures there that the front left wheel and tyre was not moving. Well, obviously the car was, so it's locked up. It's very busy here once again, including that E30 with the DTM style number on the side there from Period. Norwich Cross as well for David Noon, so good to see him out there with us today, and he is in 20th position of the 32 cars. Yeah, he is, and it's nice to see it's a shame that Dan Harper not taking part here this weekend. He went really well at Alton Park, which is the last time I saw these cars, and I've been to Castle Quay since then. The 60 car though going through. that is Tom Miller, all the phone, Kevin Miller, got hit by him, got hit, and that's allowed 1.5 to make hay again.
We had both of them, but we saw that late braking move from the 60 machine on McMillan, but then he got into Granger, he backed out of it, so the incident wasn't worse, but Granger had to save that big slide.
And then the car was no help, and that way allowed to go through from the inside
Line into Williams, and he slops ahead, doesn't he? So he gains a position. But I think these cars will be lapped before the end, so the M-Powered cars are going to have some lap damage to do, aren't we, in the second half. It's going to get pretty busy, especially if they're still battling like this.
Yeah, well, definitely acceptable for the playing for 12.5 minutes of the race left to go. He's got the Woody leading, he leads by 4.7 seconds over the rest. Second on control third.
The car with wipers on, I reckon, was Jazz Sapra, who dropped right to the back of the pack, so he's obviously had enough, and he's been working his way through the field. Pretty experienced BMW driver, he races a lot in that car, but somebody had a problem, and now he's having to work his way back through the order.
A lot of Mitchell had to do a similar kind of thing at Mallory Park last weekend as well, so we're well used to this kind of thing.
A bit more room around here.
Yes, absolutely.
And here's Jason West, who's now ahead of Niall Bradley in 5th position. So Bradley's been losing a few places, hasn't he?
And with Hugh Gurney as well.
So battle for 4th. Jason West appears to be the one moving through the pack a bit. On the previous lap, he was 8 tenths quicker than Hugh Gurney, and to go with Ian's expectations, everybody is setting their best laps of the race.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, because sort of beating down now as Gurney under pressure here from Jason West. West unable to make it through. Bradley and quite Eustace there, not too far behind, so you've got really 4 cars disputing the position here. Come on to the back straight. And it is still Gurney in the 4th position. It's quite a long way ahead of the top 3. It's got the body from the 10th car. We'll get to Williams had a moment early on in the number 67 car. He's really in 19th position at the moment, just behind number 19 at Red Lights. I think that's made to play the great things on this lap already. Well, there's the point.
Middle of the road.
Now, how that came to be, we're not quite sure. And it looks like he's 13 seconds down in the race.
Which is good. There's Kevin Jedward, he leads class 6, yes he does, and by a long way, 13 seconds ahead of Stuart Highwell, next to the top right. So hopefully class 6 today. There is Highwell at 76, 125 for the 1 Series car. And there is Adrian Williams, who makes progress after touching to M3. Rick Kerry in 9th place and just under fastest lap of the race. Where did that come from? He's behind the leader, but he's just had a 2 minutes 23.0, which is significantly faster I almost wish he could nip over and retrieve it, but I don't think that'd be advised. But yeah, Rick Kerry, they're up to 9th now, and Howard to Al as well if he continues at that pace. He's snapping 4 seconds a lap faster than each of the 4 cars ahead of him. Absolutely, so not sure where that pace was in the earlier laps, but now he's worked out where the grip is in the V8 powered car, the 4-litre 1 Series BMW. Great to see that car out. Again, because it has issued had an incident, didn't it, Brian Sachs couldn't really see it since, contacted the pit wall there. Here's the back of the 5th, Hugh Gurney v Noel Bradley. They're both losing out quite significantly to Jason West. Now this all could be set up a tyre choice, couldn't it? Well, now the track's drying. Mike Clark, he's going to lose out to Rick Kerry. We've seen these 2 battle for race wins in the half. They're battling that 8 to 9 at the moment. Rick Kerry's gone through, and that's 1-2. The race wins that thing. Definitely, it's nice to have that variety of body shape as well, isn't it? But the M3 is really, although surprisingly, it really tends to dominate. But that's the famous car race. Car race, the luxury car race, neither Britain or in Europe. There's just Snetterton just ahead of Travis, outside of Snetterton, which I think is the top 20. And Lappin in a pace that was just outside of the 10. The bonnet has moved. It has, but David's not very happy with it. He should really find the barrier. Expecting him to do that. So, we're getting towards the final third of this race now. That's Clive Watson, he's second in the cup class. New fastest lap now has come from Michael Pensavar, he's doing 22.14. Every lap, everyone's going quicker as the track conditions improve. Pensavar now just a second behind Paul Cook, who in turn is 5 seconds behind the leader, Stephen Scott Dunwoody. Here's another safety car, this is the Sen 3. That is big car number 72. He may struggle to brand in the beginning of the season when it was really wet, but it's been massively about to get free and have a more day. The next goal in that class is Stuart Pyron, that's second behind him, I think. And Kevin Hill and Teddy, Bollins in the circuit, but yeah, we've got safety car doors now being shown on the Donna. Now, we've only got 7 minutes or less than 7 minutes left to go in this race. It should only take a lap if it is for the bonnet, shouldn't it? Yeah. But it does mean not long will be left. What it will mean is all these gaps will disappear, and Stephen Scott Dunwoody's pace isn't as quick as those behind. No. Michael Pensavar on the 2:22.14, the best lap of the race on that last lap there. Kerry did a 2:22.70, so still lapping about 3 seconds faster than the cars ahead of him. So if the gaps do come down, and he gets a lap, probably that's what it would be to go for it. The problem here may be actually finding the leader, mightn't it? Because I don't think that's where the safety car appeared. Yeah, the pack's well spread out around the circuit. That's what might take the time up. Which is a real shame because it's much better to have a full clean race, isn't it? And in fact it got as tight as we saw at Castle Combe in the drive, but it was really interesting to see as the track dried who had the pace to hit part of the race. So I like to just carry after the race, not quite at the pace, but low behind, and as the track starts to dry up. So the car that's been picked up is, trying to work out who that is that the 35 car Colin Whitmore, I think? In 15th position. Right in the middle of the pack, that's not right. So you're taking Marshall now heading out, so we need to collect the bonnet, just put it on the tail down a bit. There we are. No, it's not a good shape. It's been remodelled, but with the help of some of his fellow competitors, I'm afraid. But it is now at least off the circuit. And if that's all that we were looking for, and I've not seen any evidence of anything else needing attention, and we ought to be able to, in theory, get underway fairly soon. But the problem is we've got the 15th place car behind the leader. And the leaders are only coming across the line now, so the safety car's half a lap ahead of the leader, who has backed off himself.